Number 5, sustaining intensity. This is the last one I'll give on power because of our time. Sustaining intensity. This man won't kill me. I'm managing myself. Leviticus 6:12. The fire on the altar must not be put out. The priest must put wood on it every morning. See, there are things you cannot do until you are volatile. See, the water you drink, you can drink it if it's at 9 degrees, 12 degrees. But if that water goes beyond 50 degrees, there's problem. In fact, if it's at 100 degrees, it's vapor. You can't trap it in a cup anymore. That's what intensity does. The same water you just drank, put it on fire. If it's at 60 or 80 degrees, if you drink it, they will rush you to the hospital. Your whole esophagus will be burnt off. That means you can be tampered with if you don't have intensity. The moment your intensity level goes up, you become a weapon. You become danger to anything that opposes your destiny. So what the devil tries to do is to keep you cold so that they can mess up with you. But power begins to move when you become volatile. This is why everyone who represents God's kingdom must be a flame of fire. He said he maketh his angels spirits, but those who are his ministers, he said they are what? A flame of fire. That means if you don't burn, you can't represent God. You have to burn. And anyone who burns reminds the devil of the messianic judgment. Because when he fell, God said, I will cause fire to come out of your belly to devour you and to burn you to ashes. So the moment a man of flame shows up, his intensity reminds him of judgment. So if you want to represent God, you must burn with flames. He spoke concerning John. He said he was a burning and a shiny light. You can't shine until you burn. It is your intensity that translates to your illumination. But we have a lukewarm generation. Iniquity has made many to be cold. The cares of this life has made many to be cold. Meanwhile, these are men whose destinies are encoded with nations. People who should bring forth nations, but there's no intensity. Because it will take intensity for nations to appear. He said, as soon as Zion travailed, she brought forth. You can't bring forth until there's intensity. The greatness is there. The power is there. The glory is there. But it will take intensity for you to bring forth. So it can be locked in you until you return to Zion. And then they tell you, you were supposed to give birth to the New England. How come you showed up without betting that which was put in you? Because there was no intensity. A man of power is a man that burns. Even Jesus recognized the fact that John burned. And the Bible said the whole of Jerusalem and Judea went to him. Because he was what? A burning and a shining light. Burning. You have to burn. Become a flame of fire. Don't be cold. Fight to stay hot. It will take a lot of warfare to be hot. You will beat your body and bring it under subjection. You will kick away distraction and you will stay there until something erupts from your inside. The real power is not to cast out devils. The real power is not to heal the sick. The real power is to stay on fire. Because many things will come against your fire. But if you are able to keep it, every other thing is a byproduct. Nobody who burns struggles with demons. Nobody who burns struggles with sickness. Nobody who burns struggles with inspiration. You'll discover. That's why Jesus said to seek first the kingdom. He said every other thing shall be added to you. Promotion on your job can be an addition. Yes, because when you become a flame, you are volatile. Like a mist, you are sent to heaven. And you can encounter a dimension of favor that will give you what many fight for. When you are sent, you can step into a corridor of wisdom. You will know what nobody in your generation knows. And when you come down, you will discover the things men pursue. Those are byproducts. Because your shape has been altered. You have put on your immortal dimension. Paul said, for this cause we groan, we travail, that we might be clothed with our heavenly garment. There's a tabernacle that is in heaven. Every one of us sitting here, we have celestial dimension. That celestial dimension will be unlocked during the rapture, but you have the ability to wear it and to pull it off. That's what intensity does to you. When you travail, your heavenly garment comes upon you. And there were men who did it in the Bible. The Bible said when Moses descended from the mountains of Sinai, in Exodus 34 verse 29, he said he wished not that his face was glowing. The guy had he burned until he started glowing. Jesus in Matthew 17 verse 2, he said as he prayed, the fashion of his countenance was altered. His raiment began to glister. There's something that happens to you when you are burning. You will discover that mortality will be swallowed with immortality. You are defeated in different aspects of your life because your mortality has preeminence. And so any aspect of your life that is suffering defeat, change the garment. Change it, change it, change the garment. You will discover that when your immortal dimension opens up, everything natural will flee. That's how men rule in this world. Stories were told of Catherine Kuhlman. Weak, frail, and vulnerable woman. But when she wants to go out, they say she will pace the floor for 18 hours. 18 hours. That's not human energy. Those who stayed close to her said there is a threshold. If she hits it, she will say, let's go, it's time. There's nothing that can defeat her at that level because that's her celestial dimension. And we are here wearing suit and doing makeup, decorating the flesh, when there are dimensions that are more excellent than human garments are locked on our inside. As he prayed, the fashion of his countenance was altered. His raiment began to glister. Some of you, when you start burning, you will discover that your tongue is a pen of a ready writer. When you talk, kings will learn. That's when you will discover that you don't look for kings, they look for you. He said, the Gentiles shall come to thy light. And he said, kings will come to the brightness of your rising. But you cannot shine until you burn. Who told you you are ordinary? He said, Christ in you is the hope of glory. God dwells on your inside. The problem is that lukewarmness has robbed off of our inheritance. Listen, the least one here can take a nation. The problem we have is not that the nations are difficult to conquer. The problem we have is that we are either deficient of knowledge or we are deficient of power. And the generation must rise up and pay the price to walk in the power of God. Telling you, there's no limit that you cannot break if you will allow power flow out of you. If you will allow it, there's no limit. Telling you, that's how we were built. That's how we were designed. The